Stevie Wonder's extraordinary journey to stardom is a tale that begins with humble roots, overcoming personal challenges, and evolves into an illustrious career that made him one of the most influential musicians of the 20th century. His musical achievements, spanning across a wide range of genres, have left a lasting impact on the music industry. From his early years in Michigan to his legendary rise at Motown, Stevie Wonder's story is one of resilience, talent, and groundbreaking innovation. Let's dive deeper into the remarkable life and career of Stevie Wonder, exploring how he became the icon we know today. Early background: born Stevlin Hardaway Judkins on May 13, 1950 in Saginaw, Michigan, Stevie Wonder was the third of 5 children in a family led by his mother, Lula Mae Hardaway, and his father, Calvin Judkins. Stevie's birth came 6 weeks premature, which resulted in complications while he was in the hospital incubator, leading to a condition called retinopathy of prematurity, leaving him blind. Despite his blindness, Stevie's early life was filled with remarkable achievements. His parents' marriage ended when he was just 4 years old, and Stevie, along with his siblings, moved with his mother to Detroit. It was here in Detroit that Stevie's passion for music began to develop. By the time Stevie was 8 years old, he was already making waves as a soloist and choir member at the Whitestone Baptist Church, captivating the congregation with his musical talent. Despite his disability, he demonstrated an innate ability for music, experimenting with various instruments like the drums, piano, and harmonica. He formed a singing duo with his friend John, performing at local events and on street corners, further honing his musical abilities. His mother, Lula Mae, played an instrumental role in guiding his musical journey, recognizing her son's extraordinary gift and fully supporting his passion for music. In 1961, Stevie Wonder signed with the Motown label, marking the beginning of his professional career. His surname was changed to Morris, an old family name, and Motown's founder, Berry Gordy, gave him the stage name Little Stevie Wonder. At this time, Stevie was also enrolled at the Michigan School for the Blind in Lansing, where he continued to refine his musical talents. The path to stardom. Stevie Wonder's rise to fame took a significant leap when, at just 11 years old, he was discovered by Ronnie White of the Miracles. After hearing Stevie's original song, Lonely Boy, White was so impressed that he introduced Stevie to Berry Gordy. Gordy immediately recognized Stevie's immense potential and signed him to Motown's Tamla label, securing his place in the music industry. This marked the beginning of a legendary career that would reshape the music landscape. At the time, Stevie Wonder was still a child, and Motown signed him to a 5-year contract that included royalties placed in trust until Stevie turned 21. In the meantime, Stevie received a modest weekly allowance of $2.50, along with private tutoring while on tour. Throughout this period, he worked closely with Motown producer and songwriter Clarence Paul, who helped Stevie record his first 2 albums. The first album, Tribute to Uncle Ray, 1962, was a collection of Ray Charles covers with one original track, Sunset, co-written by Stevie and Paul. The second album, The Jazz Soul of Little Stevie, was released when Stevie was only 12 years old and featured an instrumental showcase of his musical talents. Stevie's career continued to soar. In 1963, at just 13 years old, Stevie joined the Motown Revue, touring the Chitlin Circuit, a series of theaters showcasing Black performers across America. His live performance at the Chicago Regal Theater was recorded and released as Recorded Live, The 12-Year-Old Genius, with the lead single, Fingertips, becoming a massive hit. Fingertips not only became Stevie's first #1 hit on the Billboard Hot 100, but also made history as the first song to top both the Hot 100 and the R&B charts simultaneously, solidifying his status as a rising star in the music world. Stepping into greatness, Stevie Wonder's time at Motown was a defining period in his career. While he was still a teenager, he became deeply involved in the songwriting process, contributing to hits like Tears of a Clown, a #1 hit for Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. By the late 1960s, Stevie's music began to evolve as he experimented with different sounds and styles, releasing his 1968 album I'm Wondering, an instrumental soul jazz album filled with harmonica solos. Motown's influence on Stevie Wonder was undeniable, and he thrived within the label's environment, working with some of the most renowned musicians of the time, including Smokey Robinson, Marvin Gaye, and The Temptations. Under the mentorship of these legends, Stevie grew as both a musician and a composer. His work with Gaye in particular had a profound impact on Stevie, especially in terms of exploring socially conscious themes in his music. Gaye's 1971 album What's Going On served as a major inspiration for Stevie's own socially aware albums in the 1970s, Voice Change and Triumph. As Stevie Wonder's voice matured, his sound evolved as well. His high-pitched youthful voice, which had characterized his early hits, gave way to a deeper, richer tone that became a signature of his adult career. During this time, his music also began to reflect a wider range of themes with more challenging and socially aware lyrics. However, during this transitional period, rumors began circulating that Stevie might be leaving Motown. These rumors were dispelled when, in 1971, Stevie renegotiated his contract with the label, gaining unprecedented creative control over his music and a larger royalty share. The 1970s marked a creative peak for Stevie Wonder. His interest in synthesizers led him to a partnership with Tonto's Expanding Headband, a pioneering electronic music duo. This collaboration sparked the release of Music of My Mind, 1972, an album that showcased his innovative use of electronic instruments and a deeper conceptual approach to songwriting. The success of this album set the stage for even bigger achievements in the years that followed. In late 1972, Stevie released Talking Book, which featured the iconic hit Superstition and the heartfelt ballad You Are the Sunshine of My Life. Both tracks became chart-topping hits and solidified Stevie Wonder's status as a superstar. His live performances, including his tours with the Rolling Stones, helped broaden his audience and introduced his music to global acclaim. Social consciousness and musical innovation. As the 1970s progressed, Stevie Wonder's music became increasingly socially and politically charged. His albums Innervisions, 1973, and Fulfillingness's First Finale, 1974, tackled issues such as urban poverty, systemic racism, and spiritual upliftment. The song Living for the City from Innervisions highlighted the struggles of African Americans in urban centers, while Higher Ground conveyed a powerful message of social consciousness. Both albums won multiple Grammy Awards and are considered landmark works in both Stevie's career and the history of popular music. Stevie continued to innovate musically, pushing the boundaries of soul, R&B, pop, and jazz. His use of synthesizers and other electronic instruments reshaped the sound of contemporary R&B and pop music, earning him accolades as one of the most groundbreaking musicians of his generation. Later years and legacy. Over the course of his career, Stevie Wonder earned numerous accolades, including 25 Grammy Awards, an Academy Award, and an induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. His 1970s albums, such as Songs in the Key of Life, 1976, are considered masterpieces that continue to influence musicians today. Beyond music, Stevie Wonder became a passionate advocate for social justice, civil rights, and humanitarian causes. He used his platform to address issues such as racial inequality and poverty, and his activism further solidified his legacy as not just a musician, but a cultural icon. In his personal life, Stevie Wonder has been married 3 times and is the father of 9 children. His daughter, Aisha Morris, has followed in his musical footsteps, often performing alongside him and collaborating on projects. Despite speculation about their relationship, Aisha has been vocal about the challenges of growing up in the spotlight and maintaining a private life while being the daughter of such a legendary figure. Conclusion. Stevie Wonder's journey from a young blind prodigy in Detroit to one of the most influential musicians of all time is nothing short of remarkable. Through his creativity, resilience, and passion for music, he has created timeless works that resonate with audiences worldwide. His contributions to music, as well as his commitment to social change, have made him an enduring figure in the cultural landscape. Stevie Wonder's legacy will continue to inspire generations to come, proving that greatness knows no boundaries. Stevie Wonder is the head of a large brood. The 25-time Grammy Award-winning singer, who is best known for his hits Isn't She Lovely and I Just Called to Say I Love You, is a proud father to 9 children. He shares his eldest kid's daughter Aisha and son Kada with his former partner Yolanda Simmons. He also has a son named Mumtaz with his ex-girlfriend Melody McCulley and kids, daughter Sophia and son Kwame, from a previous relationship. While married to his ex-wife Kai Millard from 2001 to 2015, Wonder had 2 more children, sons Kylan and Mandla. He also welcomed daughters Zaya and Nia with his current wife, Tamika Robin Bracey, to whom he has been married since 2017. In an interview with Oprah Winfrey back in 2004, Wonder, whose real name is Stephen Hardaway Morris, opened up about his big blended family. "I have 5 boys, 2 girls," he said at the time. "I give a lot of credit to the mothers of my children. They've raised the children well." Despite having lots of kids with different women, Wonder said he's made sure to build a positive relationship with all of his 9 children. "I'm not one of those fathers who just send money. I guide them as a father and talk to them as a friend. I always want my children to feel they can tell me anything," he said. Most of Stevie Wonder's children are now all grown up. His eldest, Aisha Morris, pictured above, is now in her late 40s and, like Stevie, is a talented performer and singer. She famously served as the inspiration for Stevie's smash hit, Isn't She Lovely, which he released in 1976, a year after Aisha was born. While she didn't end up pursuing a music career, Aisha has been nominated for a Grammy for a Best R&B Performance by a duo for her duet of How Will I Know with Stevie back in 2006. Meanwhile, her brother Kada also shares their dad's love for music and is a professional DJ, producer, and songwriter. In 2009, Kada made headlines after he was arrested on charges of domestic violence in Los Angeles, as reported previously by TMZ. Born in 1977, Kada is now a father to a teenage son named Asmer and a young daughter named Lula Mae. As for Stevie's 3rd child, Mumtaz has similarly taken after their father's footsteps and is an R&B artist, according to Black Image magazine. In 2009, Mumtaz joined his father on stage for a live performance of his song Ribbon in the Sky during Stevie's concert at the Hollywood Bowl via YouTube. In his interview with Black Image, Mumtaz said he had no interest in music growing up and had wanted to pursue a career in sports instead. "I used to sway away from music because it was something my dad did. And I wanted to make my own career path," Mumtaz said. He studied business at a college in Virginia. As for Stevie Wonder's 2nd eldest daughter, Sophia Morris is a producer, activist, and philanthropist. In 2020, Sophia designed a Braille necklace in partnership with LA-based jeweler Budatti Diamonds, inspired by her blind father and her work as an advocate for visually impaired children, according to 2Fab. Sophia turned 38 on July 14, 2023. Meanwhile, her younger brother Kwame is a musician and a model. Born in 1988, Kwame is represented by the modeling agency Storm Management and has worked with brands like Pepsi and Heineken, according to Featured Biography. He is also the founder and creative director of the eyewear brand Yagin Stone, which he established in 2020. Like Kwame, Stevie's son Kylan, pictured above, is also a successful model. At just 22, Kylan has already modeled for high-end brands such as Dior, Louis Vuitton, Fendi, and Valentino, among others. He has since launched his own label called House of Iayom and has collaborated with the Italian luxury fashion house Iceberg, as well as Kanye West's Yeezy, per Rolling Stone. His half-brother and Stevie's youngest son, Mandla, also pursued a career in fashion and has released his own streetwear line called Kai Milla, according to the New York Times. Mandler previously appeared as a contestant on Dancing with the Stars Juniors, where he finished in 5th place, and in the blockbuster film A Star is Born, starring Lady Gaga. As for Stevie's youngest kids, his daughter Zaya was born in February 2013, while her sister Nia was born in December 2014, according to a report by People.